Hello guys, and we are reacting to the breaking news that Steve Cooper has been sacked by Nottingham Forest and replaced by Nuno Espirito Santo. Sam, Forest are just 5 points outside the relegation zone, 17th place. They've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Does it make this the right decision?
Yes, I think in the grand scheme of things, you need change sometimes, regardless of whether the man you bring in is going to be the right man long term. I think you just need to throw a grenade in the mix, if you will. Steve Cooper's record for Nottingham Forest this season isn't great. His record for the last 12 months isn't great in the Premier League. They've had 9 wins, 12 draws, 18 losses. You look at the money that's been spent, you look at the quality of player that's been brought in. There's no excuse for that sort of form. You look at games this season that jump to mind, like the Manchester United one, where they lost 3-2 to a very poor Manchester United team after being 2-0 up. The game management has been poor. The form and the results have left them languishing at the lower end of the table when they need to be getting results against the teams that are in and around them. They're not being able to do that. I think Nuno Espirito Santo could maybe at least offer some defensive stability. It's not like they don't have a deep enough squad for him to try out players and rotate a little bit should he need to. So yes, getting rid of him is the right thing to do.
Conor, I want to get your view on this as well. It felt like Steve Cooper might have kept them up this season based on the poor form of the bottom three at the moment in Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United. He kept them up last season. I mean, it doesn't look like being enough.
No, and it's a shame really because, you know, Steve Cooper keeping them up last year, in my opinion, was a miracle because obviously, like Sam mentioned, they spent a lot of money on players, but they simply had to. When he inherited that team in the Championship, they were bottom of the table. Then he took them up through the playoffs to promotion to the Premier League, which, you know, is simply unheard of, especially after 7 games in the season where you've been bottom of the table. They were so unprepared for life in the Premier League. That is why they had to spend so much money on a squad, because had they not made any drastic changes, they would have, you know, they probably would have given their rivals Derby a, you know, run for their money for the lowest points tally. They had to spend money. And obviously it was still difficult for them last year, but I think that it was Cooper that got them over the line last year, and I think he would have done it this year. I think Nuno, it's not really inspiring. I don't think it's a direct upgrade. Obviously he's just recently been at Al Ittihad, and obviously there are some big name superstars in that side, and obviously couldn't really do anything there. His time at Spurs, even though it was short, was uninspiring as well. And obviously, despite all the highs he had when he started out at Wolverhampton Wanderers with their promotion and, you know, trips into Europe and whatnot, it soon went flat. And when it went flat, the fans began to turn on him, even though they didn't want to. I just think that Steve Cooper has been very harshly sacked here, and I think Forest will end up paying the price for it.
I think Forest are far more likely to get relegated under Nuno Espirito Santo than they were under Steve Cooper. They had a bit of stability under Cooper, and I don't think, even though you say a grenade might need to be thrown in and that could be a good thing, it could also tear the whole thing apart. You see all these new players that Cooper's been trying to form a relationship with, and he kind of had that last season. Now they've got a new manager coming in. It could all end very badly. We'll finish with a yes or no. Conor, do Forest stay up under Nuno?
No, I simply cannot see it happening.
Sam?
Yes.
Thanks very much, guys.